Democratic Congresswoman Jackie Speier of California is one of the lawmakers who will get to question Michael Cohen. She's with us now from Capitol Hill. And you actually are going to have two chances with two of the committees, one public, one behind closed doors. What are the pressing questions? What are the most pressing questions, since you will have some limited time, you want to ask Michael Cohen?
Well, at the first hearing that will be public, I'm going to ask about the kinds of business dealings that Michael Cohen was engaged in with Donald Trump, the entrepreneur. Because I think what we're going to find out, it wasn't just the hush payments to two women that would have impacted his campaign. I think we're going to find out that there were many dealings that the then entrepreneur was engaged in that will have violated the law. And that's what I'm going to focus on.
So sources tell CNN that Cohen is expected to discuss President Trump's role in some of the crimes that Cohen pleaded guilty to. That's something you just said is of interest to you, but is there anything specifically that you are looking for there?
Well, I'm very concerned about the engagement that Michael Cohen had with Felix Sater as it related to the Trump Tower Moscow. That becomes pivotal in why Donald Trump was so interested in the bromance with Vladimir Putin. We've got to remember that for Donald Trump, it's all about money, making money, and about his ego. And in both those situations, making money in Trump Tower Moscow and having the largest building in all of Europe, plays to both of those interests.
Are you going to be asking him questions about other people inside of the Trump organization? Are you expecting that he's going to be naming names and answering those questions?
You know, he's a reformed alcoholic almost, so I think he's going to be pretty pure in terms of his responses, and I think there will be people that may be implicated as a result of his testimony, and frankly, that's what this is all about. If there's criminal conduct going on in the Trump organization, then the American people, and certainly Congress, has a right to know, and we have a right to evaluate that and see whether it's an impeachable offense.
It's interesting to hear you say that. You say you feel like he's going to be pretty pure, like he's a reformed alcoholic. Republicans are going to say this is someone who's lied to Congress before. They're already saying that. The White House is saying that this is a liar. So why would you put such stock in Michael Cohen? Just explain to us why.
So first of all, let's point out that he lied to Congress because he was lying on behalf of Donald Trump. And if you look at Trump's inner circle, it's almost a prerequisite to go to work for him that you be a liar, willing to put your name on the line to protect Donald Trump. So that is part of who he is and how he runs his operation. So I think what we're going to find out is that Michael Cohen is not the only one who has lied.
Some Democrats, not yourself, but they've said they don't expect any blockbuster revelations from Cohen. You told Axios that Cohen, quote, could be the John Dean of the Watergate crime. Why do you think that?
Well, I think because he is going to have very intimate information that he is going to be very willing to share, much like John Dean did during the Watergate hearings. They're both attorneys. There's both tapes involved in these situations. I mean, I think listening to these tapes will be very edifying moving forward as well.
Listening to the tapes, the recordings that he may have?
Yeah, Michael Cohen taped many conversations with Donald Trump. We only have heard about the ones associated with the hush payments for Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal. So I'm confident that we're probably going to be listening to other tapes at some point that will shed more light on how Donald Trump, the businessman, skirted the law.
And have you been, I'm just wondering, I know you expect that, have you been told that? Have you been informed of that by chance, that there will be some tapes at this point or some point moving forward, or that's just your expectation?
Well, it's my expectation because much like the Department of Justice made available all the data and information they had on Hillary Clinton and the email fiasco that we went through for so many months, I think they have set a precedent, so they're going to have to reveal to us, certainly in the HIPC committee, the Intelligence Committee, all of the data they have and documents they have relative to their investigation, which would include more tapes from Michael Cohen.
And we will see. I know that's your expectation. I just want to make it clear that that's certainly your point of view, and that could be a battle that we see opening up. So you're going to have during this testimony from Michael Cohen kind of a split screen effect. He's going to be testifying. The president is at this summit in Vietnam where he's meeting North Korea's Kim Jong-un, so high profile. Listen to what his son, Donald Trump Jr., said about all of this on Fox News.
You got a president trying to deal with, a major world issue, and to try to, distract or whatever it is by bringing in a convicted felon and known liar. I mean, it's pretty pathetic.
What do you say to that? What do you say to an argument from folks in Donald Trump's corner, or even just from the Republican side, who say that this hearing undermines U.S. foreign policy objectives?
Oh, I think that is laughable. I think, if anything, what we have found from President Trump is that he has created national security crises over and over again. I've just returned from NATO and from the Munich Security Conference, and I can tell you our allies are very troubled by the relationship that has been created in the last 2 years. So the fact that he is going off to meet in Vietnam with Chairman Kim has, I think, much more to do with him trying to enhance his chances of getting a Nobel Peace Prize. Again, it's all about ego or money with Donald Trump.
All right, Congresswoman Jackie